Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. In this episode, we're going to dive into the Gundam Zirius. This is a new one from a new manga. There's a P Bandai coming out that I'm excited about. So yeah, let's dive into this. And here we go. Here's the Zirius. It looks really cool. I would say that there's a lot about this that reminds me of Witch from Mercury, like the aerial, but almost more fully realized as a Gundam-looking machine. So the EES-001 Gundam Zirius, humanity's ultimate weapon against the kaiju threat. Kaiju? Yeah, that's actually in this manga. That's pretty cool. Built for space exploration, forged in alien warfare. Let's break this down. Developed by East End Corporation for the Solar System Alliance's outer space exploration plan, the Zirius represents next-generation mobile suit technology, part of the modular EES series. The Gundam can adapt to any combat situation through swappable equipment systems. But what makes the Zirius special isn't just its modularity, it's the alien technology integrated in its core systems. The Zirius' most distinctive feature is the feather extension mounted on its back. This isn't just for show, it's reverse-engineered alien tech from the creatures called Mother Swan. These feathers serve as advanced heat sinks, keeping the Gundam cool during intense combat. And just hearing the lore behind the designs, you could tell this Gundam story isn't your average Gundam story. I know it's not in Universal Century. It's its own thing. It has kaiju. It's pretty cool. But here's where it gets incredible. The feather extension can control massive swarms of crystal-like objects, turning them into deadly flying blades against kaiju forces. It's like having 1,000 remote weapons at your command. So, we're taking what we know of Saikamu, using bits, funnels, and then we have these thousands of crystals that are just shredding kaiju. That's really awesome. Zirius also features self-repair nanomechanisms that can fix battle damage automatically. Though this tech comes at a cost, prolonged use of feather extensions puts serious physical strain on the pilot, which is very typical for Gundam when it comes to the exam systems or other systems that are trying to interact or pull from the pilot's brainwave in order to use more of them in combat. The standard loadout includes dual EES ARMS or ARMS 201 beam sabers mounted on the side skirts for close combat. The EES ARMS 001 beam rifle features variable range modes, normal, mid, and long range configurations for any engagement distance. The EES ARMS 501 shield isn't just defensive, its sharpened edge doubles as a melee weapon when things get up close and personal. But looking at it too, I do get a lot of that aerial look with the shield, especially the bits, how you can take off bits from the aerial shield, put it on different parts of the aerial to make the aerial look cooler, even though I think the shield looks cooler with all the bits on it. In Koreki 2030, being the timeline that this is in since it's not Universal Century, pilot Naomi Subaru took the Zirius into its most crucial battle, defending Earth's last mass driver facility, facing overwhelming kaiju forces. They used the crystal swarm to devastating effect, cutting through grunt units and even defeating a kaiju Gundam. A kaiju Gundam, isn't that what we've always wanted? But didn't Evangelion do it first? When a giant kaiju appeared, the Zirius was pushed to its absolute limits. Though heavily damaged, Subaru and the machine completed the mission. The space shuttle launched, and the giant kaiju fell. And here's a shot from the manga, which actually looks pretty awesome, seeing the shuttle try to take off while swarms of kaiju are coming. This is something that they need to make into a one-shot movie. I'd rather something like this than G-Quux. What do you think? The Gundam Zirius represents humanity's fusion of cutting-edge engineering with alien biotechnology. Modular, deadly, and equipped with tech that borders on science fiction, it's the mobile suit that stands between Earth and extinction. All right, and real quick, and this is what I'm excited about, we've got the P Bandai that's going to be available to buy. And that's really cool because it really is the look of the Gundam of this design of the Zirius Gundam that has me excited. And then looking at the story that's in this Gundam 8 manga, I was pretty intrigued because it's different. I mean, it's very different than whereas, G-Quux seems like fan fiction. This seems more like an interesting way to take Gundam. And like I said earlier, I would prefer this to be made into a show or OVA over something like we got out of G-Quux. G-Quux seems like the manga. Gundam 8 seems like it would be the OVA. But let's check this out. It's an all-new design or mold or whatever. I mean, and it looks great. Just looking at all the parts, I'm really excited about the feather stuff on the back. Hey, there's probably some LED opportunities there. Midnight Hatter. Be interested to see what you would do with that, especially because it kind of retains that Witch from Mercury look. And I know recently, Steven at Midnight Hatter has kind of been a fan of getting those kits, modifying them with LEDs. It's actually pretty cool. And so there's just so much opportunity. I mean, just think of the feather unit, and that's actually what's on that new Gundam they have, the feather unit, but it's some feather thing, the crystals on the back, whatever. But you can light that up. You could light up the beam sabers. You could light up the eyes. There's a lot going on with this, including, kind of slimming it down, breaking it down, which is really neat to kind of see this sort of action figure look that you can get without all the other pieces on. This is another reason why I'm excited about it. I like Gundams that you can put things on them to make them beefier, but also take them off and they still look badass. This is a really cool design. I do like it, and I also do like that it's not Universal Century. This almost is too far beyond what Universal Century would do, but enough is there that I totally dig it. And this is showing what it's going to come with. 6 beam sabers? I guess we'll get an explanation for that. We got the shield, we got the gun that also looks like it has some crystal stuff in it. Very interested to see everything else, or even, really fully read the manga when it's all completed. And then here's some box art, which again looks really cool. And I can see the crystals in the back, the feather thing going on. It's interesting sometimes when Gundam properties come out around each other and they share similarities, which is interesting. Like how this, this is a 2025 manga, the Gundam 8. And it's very interesting that it has the feather, they call it like feather crystals or something that comes off of it. Whereas, we got that recent feather unit, the ARC 78 F00, whatever they call that. That has a feather unit, just like when Witch from Mercury came out. We also got SD Gundam Battle Alliance, where it had an enemy where his last name was Mercury, and confused me too. But that's neither here or there. What do you think of the Zirius? Because I think this is an awesome looking mobile suit, and the story needs an OVA. SH Monstart should make the kaiju that you can buy to go with the model kit. That's what they need to do next. So anyway, let me know what you think below. Have you checked out the manga yet? Is there any translation out there that you've checked out? Do you know more, like, has it been completed, or are they still releasing some stories to it? Let me know below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, be cool.